Hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? I think we did it. I think we're finally live. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're all having a good weekend. An afternoon this time. We are joined by my friends, Ben and Jess. Please say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my God. You need to twist your cam a little bit. If you could.
I'm ruining the vibe of the music.
The vibe of the music.
The music, the background music's really nice.
I'm gonna lose it soon.
I feel like I'm ruining the vibe of the music.
I literally screamed. That'll ruin it.
Get off your phone and get into real life. She went like this. In 2023, we know better.
That's just our pose nowadays. This is what we're used to.
I like the triangle we're forming, though. This is good.
Great triangle. Sad it didn't last long.
Triangle.
How's it going? How are you two?
Well, we're tired, but for a fun reason.
Yeah.
We're having a last night.
Baby.
You fill it in. You fill in the blank. What did we do?
We played at a Bach marathon. It was really fun. It went from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Whoa.
And
Damn. That's a long party.
yeah, it was long. I played around 1 a.m.
Ben
and Ben
played
played around
around
2.
2 or so.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then, around 2. And then
Yeah.
Ben left around 5. 5
I left before Ben set.
to take care of Hiney.
Nay. How did it go? Did the show go well?
Yeah, it was fun. It was like, there's so much variety. There's probably like, I don't know, like 80 people, like 80 acts performing. And so, yeah, there was like organ, there were ensembles, there was like a mandolin ensemble, there were a lot of like string ensembles, there's cute kids playing, there was a puppet person that I work with that was really cool. There was like
Acoustic acts.
there were like
electronics
improv,
acts,
yeah, like there were
funny,
like loud stuff, quiet stuff,
serious things,
serious things,
whimsical
silly.
things.
So were they all interpreting Bach, or what was like the?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
It
the
was
overarching
Bach.
thing was Bach, but
12
There's Bach
hours
to the future.
Everyone was playing some sort of Bach thing.
Yeah.
And I don't really like Bach.
same.
I
But
know, same.
I like
Yeah.
but I like being in an environment.
Sacrilege.
Well, whatever. I like being in the environment where
People like it.
all these people are doing this weird, wild thing and feeling it and like showing up for something like that. It's a very peaceful thing to do. And it's a very cool way to be. And it's really nice to see them gather around and having fun for free. It's a free event with pasta at midnight.
Oh yeah.
And people all volunteer to play the sets. I really like the way it was. But I don't really like Bach.
Yeah.
I'm relieved by
but
that.
also,
I
had good.
don't know anyone
good
else that
memories.
doesn't like Bach.
I guess the
Okay.
issue is like at the end of the day, and it is nearly the end of the day, folks. At the end of the day,
Well, for Hugo.
yeah, I only think of the world through Hugo's eyes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much for saying
So,
that.
God bless. At the end of the day, this is my opinion.
Mhm.
If you listen to a sound or music and you don't feel anything, that's legit, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to put in a bunch of work to gain appreciation for things, because first of all, I think it happens naturally. The more
Mm.
you listen to stuff and get curious, and the more you learn music, the more things you appreciate. I don't think like you owe it to Bach to go and feel Bach. I feel like, okay, so you don't feel Bach. Well, what about another one of the bajillion composers with hours and hours of music online? And then you could go as far to say, oh, I don't really feel classical music. And that's where I think you start to make a mistake. That not feeling a composer, that's one thing. Not feeling a genre, that's another, because it just means you haven't listened to very much music in the genre. But I don't think listening to 12 hours of Bach made me feel, now I get it, but it did make me appreciate how many pieces he made that mean something to someone, which is pretty cool.
Right. Like even still.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's really impressive.
It's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
right. I'm the only one who's right too.
It's never worked for me to try and appreciate an artist or something. Like I've tried a couple times, but it's never have I come out of that being like, yeah, I actually kind of like it now.
I feel like sometimes if it makes me feel uncomfortable, sometimes that later means that I'll really like it.
That does
But I
happen a
have to-
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it makes me feel something
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Bach doesn't make me feel very much. It feels like scales a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was so sick to see people like who really liked it and who really worked on it. And yeah, it was sick to see like their power you know, like
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that violinist with
Oh.
the crazy shred piece.
I feel like she must be in the symphony or something.
Yeah, right? Like
She
it
must
was
be
insane.
like one of the cats. Yeah, because
Yeah.
there
It was
was
just a really good violinist or something.
there were several there were a lot of just great musicians, but
Yeah.
you know how every now and then you see somebody who there's like Guthrie Govan,
Mhm.
there's Nare Soul. You know, I don't know, just like people who at their instrument they're just like it's that thing.
Like a virtuoso.
Yeah, virtuoso, but also like it means something. I'm trying to think of there's Mateus Asado on guitar,
Right. Yeah.
There's just these like people where it's like, whoa, they arrived there. How did they even get there? That's so
Yeah.
few people get there.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel something because it's like looking at an incredible vista of nature. It's like, look at this arbitrary invention of the violin. Like, of course we end up with string instruments, but like this is that, okay, there's that one, and then there's this arbitrary cluster of cells that formed this person, and the two seem fundamentally connected to the point where this person arrived when this thing existed and found like the best thing to do with it.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, it's sort
That's
of
cool.
That's a cool way of
awe-inspiring
thinking about it. Yeah.
it's a stunning natural phenomena
Yeah.
right in front of your eyes. And then there was the person who played right after me played the longest, like hardest Bach thing ever, because
Really?
when he finished, first of all, it was how many movements? There was like 7, or I don't know if it was even movements or he was just playing through a collection of these like
Yeah.
they're just violin ideas, that solo violin that sounds really full, and the chords and the melody are in there, and he plays really fast and it's really hard, and he not memorized but can play the whole thing perfectly, and people gave him a standing ovation.
Really?
And I felt that. I felt the achievement of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Olympics sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I actually don't
Normally
ever feel
don't-
anything watching the Olympics.
Yeah. I was
but-
going to say, I normally don't like Olympics and music very much, but I know
Right.
what you mean.
Yeah, but it's sort of maybe I guess the idea is like sometimes it's just cool to see people do a thing that like you don't know very many people who can do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like the stakes were so different. It would be different if this was like, if it was like literally Music Olympics, or if it was like a crazy audition or something, someone working really hard. But it was just like someone playing after like 2 a.m. on this giant Bach festival where there's like 100 acts, and it's just like
That's a great point.
it's like amazing to see someone just like really go for it in a way that like people hadn't seen, because like there wasn't any standing ovations while I was there, like for my 6 hours or whatever. So like that's pretty telling. I feel like that there was any standing ovations. Yeah.
It's a really good point. I love that about that festival, the fact that everyone's equal.
Yeah.
Mm.
You have a very short set time. You don't have time to set up. And not in a bad way. Just like we got a lot of people going through, and everybody's just like supposed to give their little gift and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not there's no like headliner, there's no
Right.
lineup, you know?
It was just
That's cool.
everyone
Yeah.
on the poster equally.
One of our friends, she played a really cool thing, and then afterwards we're like, that was really cool. And she's like, it's a great piece, right? Like it's not like she's not like thinking about herself at all. She's just
that was cool. Yeah.
backing out.
Talking.
Did
Yeah.
everyone
I'll
get
do
like
it
5
next
minutes
year.
or something, or?
Everyone, it was like people could request different amount of time. I would say 5 or 10 was like the most common, and then there were a few that were like 15 or 20.
I was 15.
Yeah.
Well, I was 20, but I knew my setup would take about 5 minutes, so I did 15.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's good.
I set my timer.
Anyway,
Did people come from all over, or what? What's like the
All
setup, or is
over
it like
Rhode
very
Island,
okay?
Yeah,
which
it
is a
seemed
very small
local.
state.
Yeah, it
Mm.
seemed like everyone was either playing who was there or like friends with someone playing, or there were definitely people who came to just watch or came to just like be
Sleep.
there or sleep. Yeah, people came to
People were
sleep.
sleeping in there. Yeah.
I
Have
mean,
you
I
ever
guess if
seen-
it's 12 hours long and it starts at 7 p.m.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of built in that people will sleep.
Right.
There's pieces at like 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. that say "sleepers awake." Like,
Yeah.
for my loud piece at 4 a.m.
Yeah. There's a also high tolerance for snoring. I
Yeah.
noticed like people were not like, who's snoring? You know,
Yeah.
it was just like, yeah, that's what happens when you have an all night.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah, it was amazing.
If I could change one thing about it, I'd make it all day instead of all night. So it's still a
Oh, so just switch
marathon
where it starts, not 24
7
hours
a.m.
or
to
It's
7
something.
7
p.m.
p.m.
Okay.
Huh.
because because like messing with your sleep schedule like is tough, and I feel
Yeah.
like I understand why, like, the specialness of going late, and also you get a bunch of, because it's at a college, like this chapel is at a college
Yeah.
called Brown, and the Brown students, which is very easy to misinterpret. So it's a college called Brown. I'm
Brown
just gonna say
University.
the college students were hammered and coming in like at 2 in the morning.
This is crazy.
What's going on? And then going under the benches, like sleeping under the benches and like being real silly.
Okay.
It is crazy though. If you're like, there's two colleges that are like kind of clumped together. There's Brown and RISD, and they're distinct. RISD is a prestigious design school, and Brown is like an Ivy League, Harvard type of school. And so
That's prestige too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like one is just design and the other is like
Oh.
everything.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And so like you say things, if you live in Rhode Island, at least I say things like the Brown students are like this. The RISD students are like that. And I feel like it'd be so easy to misinterpret what I mean by the Brown students are like this. And every time I say something like that, it's like pings in my head of like, what? Don't say that. But no, I was talking about the students at the university called Brown.
Yeah.
But like I realized like it's especially dangerous on a stream where people maybe don't know Brown's
right,
school.
right.
But like, yeah.
You did
That's good to point out.
But it's just kind of funny, I think. This
students who go to Brown.
you get some wild sentences like the Brown students all seem to come from money. Just like it just sounds very it's harsh no matter what though, because I'm stereotyping, but I don't know.
Sure.
They dress really well. I guess you can't.
No,
It's still
yeah.
stereotyping.
I work with a bunch of people who went to Brown or are going to Brown, and
Yeah.
they're really different from each other.
That's life, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's the only thing that could possibly be true.
Yeah, they're all different.
Everything is different.
Yeah.
So today we're going to listen to 12 hours of Bach performed by our community. No, we're going to listen
cool.
to 6 tracks
Oh boy.
from Song Challenge 40, which is a song challenge based on randomization, kind of. We made all of you roll dice to write a composition. And so what that means is essentially you could use whatever you roll with your dice for any part of your composition. Maybe you let it be your melody or what chords it has or the intervals in your chords or the rhythm or whatever you want. We have a bunch of cool submissions. But before we head into them, this next Friday, Sumika is going to host a party in the Discord where you'll be able to listen to all of the songs, which is very cool. Thank you, Sumika.
Nice.
Hell
Nice.
This is actually the 4th time we're trying to stream, technically.
Nice.
So hopefully today it will be seamless. And
Nice.
shall we nicely get into one of them?
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
We have a track from, let me double check, from Safest Outbound Sparrows. And it's called You Never Know What Could Happen. All right.
That is a lot of energy.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Good way to start today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I'll have that instead of coffee.
Yeah, cool selection
Yeah.
of sounds. Very modern drums. I really liked it. Very clean production. That was dope.
Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
really punchy, really lovely low end.
Yep.
Something that's hard to achieve is the low end felt so clear and so deep, and I liked the compression. I feel like just really impressed with the production, and I love how much contrast there was between the different sections. So when you have da 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 in the synth, the next section it would be like dun dun with a lot of space in between dun dun, and I'm not
Yeah.
sure exactly how that section went anymore, but there was such a cool switching of roles of instruments where they'd go from active to more spread out, and so you get this momentum where each section feels exciting, and it never feels repetitive in a good way.
Yeah, I feel that. And there were little cool moments in between, which helped for the storytelling, like little musical fills that kind of brought us from one moment to the other, which I really liked. I'm assuming the rhythms were randomized in this, probably,
I
or
was
the
getting
like,
a 5 in there.
Yeah. I felt like this was like a like an animated movie, like this scene when you like get to see the world. It was like very like like this is what the future's like kind of scene
Oh yeah.
music, right?
yeah.
Yeah, like all the oh sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The flying cars or whatever.
Yeah, the main character is in their element in
Yeah.
their home.
Yeah.
And is like
Or like taken to like another world, like
Yeah.
one or the other.
okay,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but it was
There's a
really
music video
cool.
idea right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is expensive, but
Yeah.
The flying car doesn't come cheap, but
Yeah.
Good.
I really liked the different like fills and like the places where it ended and like something like peeked through like on its own, or like just the arrangement like had a lot of space in it, but also so much energy. And those like there were a lot of things like I wouldn't naturally do that made me go like, ooh, I want to do that. That's cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good if people save this track and use it as a reference for when they're trying to see, like when they do similar kinds of dancey or electronic productions, to see how the low end and the compression feel, because this definitely doesn't feel over compressed to me, yet it has a prevalence of compression. It's like what you want compression to do, like it's what I hope compression will do. So a nice production, very, very cool. Safest outbound sparrows.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Next time, I want to hear some vocals. I'm not sure if we heard vocals from them before. Maybe. I want to hear more vocals. I wonder what would sound like in this kind of world. That'd be
It's wonderful if you are good at something to try something else. And if vocals aren't comfortable by chance, then I also second that. Please sing, just because it's another synth you got that's free.
Oh yeah. That's for
We
sure.
should do a no gear challenge. That would be really hard.
Yeah, actually, we should.
All vocal.
We need a new
but
challenge
you can't even
anyway.
record
We'll
it.
just cook it up this stream.
Nice.
No
Yeah,
gear.
Like a no gear challenge would be really, really hard.
That'd be
Yeah.
nuts.
You just have to use your imagination.
No DAW.
How
How'd
do
that
you-
work?
yeah,
No
how do
gear,
you
no
record it?
microphone.
It's
No
just
gear.
all like voice memos.
That's gear.
That's gear. Yeah.
Ah.
Just got to scream loud enough so we can hear it on the other side of the pond.
Gosh, yeah. There's really, that would be the only way, is if they came in person to each person in the chat, like got a visit. But then you still have the car. But that doesn't count.
Yeah.
You can write it off though, if it's only used for music.
Yes. Which is an easy sell, of course. Yeah, we're only
Yeah.
going to use this to.
It's the tour van.
Yeah.
House party at Hugo's. Yeah. Well,
God.
we're all coming over. Get ready.
Yeah.
We're ready. The Netherlands is ready. We have a track from Alex, and it's called "Still Memes to Make Your Cat Want to Die." But every time they say B, I think is what it should be. It's the 10-hour version. Very cool.
Okay. Is this Alex Artificial?
Yep.
Excellent.
Okay, $19 Fortnite card.
Hamburger. Disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is moving.
It's gonna bother you because you're human. I'm just human.
I decided that I want to die.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so the
All right.
distortion, the crackling wasn't part of the piece. I thought that was very creative. But maybe
yeah, I was like, that sounds just like when it breaks apart on my computer.
that's so yeah, like what it did to the tempo and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually checked my CPU because I was like, wait, is that the track or do I have a CPU? But my CPU thing was fine. So I was like, oh, I guess it's
maybe-
part of the track.
Huh. But it wasn't. Maybe
wasn't.
it was in the bounce or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Maybe
Well.
SoundCloud did something to it. I don't know.
Huh.
Well, that part of the song was still good.
Yeah. I liked that.
Part
Actually,
of the memes.
You could do that, Alex.
Yeah, I thought it was a meme. Yeah, it's like the person's computer crapping out sound.
Yep.
Oh.
That was very funny and entertaining and heavy.
And epically hyperactive, as always.
When
Yeah.
some came in, some before the breakdown, that was really awesome.
Yeah.
Like that little Seinfeld bass slide
yeah.
also.
One thing I really enjoy about Alex's work is this sort of dreamlike flow. It has a really, like, everything feels like it happens at the right place. Each thing leads to the next really well, but the direction is, it would be really hard like now thinking back to like chart it out, map out where it went and how it got there. It's very dreamlike, and to achieve dreamlike with such like heavy, harsh, intense sounds is unique. I think it would be cool to just like look at Alex's DAW for one. That would be an interesting. Maybe that's a good NFT idea for you. Actually, interesting. Yes, you could take a screenshot of your DAW and NFT that. Everybody's been talking about NFTs, but yeah, it's really good. ADHD logic, Alex says. Yeah, that's
New
fun.
thing. NFTs.
Yeah. Maybe ADHD logic is a good concept.
NFT.
Like, yeah, NFT. Not for true. Okay, so now the criticism, the expensive part, the part you'd really normally have to pay me for, the critique. I think the mix could have the drums higher. It seems like a lot of the weight of the rhythm is carried by the guitar and the synths, and the drums are so cool. I feel like dipping the guitars down a tiny bit, drums up a bit, and maybe get some more of the impact of the kick in there might be cool. It's a style, not a disability. Nice. Yeah, good attitude there. And so yeah, I think I would just I know you've nailed it in past tracks, in my opinion. So I'm sure that you could just be like thinking about increasing the drums presence and then figure out a really good way to do that.
Right.
But I guess to make this more educational for everyone else, though, right now, if we were to look at the frequency spectrum of what is like carrying the track, it would be if this is 0 hertz, the very low or impossibly low stuff that's too low, and then this is the stuff that's like a dog whistle. Right now, I'm gone.
Speaking of dog whistles.
Yeah. Okay, so there'd be like, I think most of what's happening is it's in the mids. So like right in the middle and then towards the high. Like this is where I feel the track is living. And what I'm hoping for is to have that stuff carry my attention, but feel more of this stuff while it's happening. Like I want to feel this, like if you even hit your chest, that's the feeling. We want more of that while still, because it is great the way it is, being carried by this. So that I hope that was helpful to someone. I think.
I'm sure, yeah.
I'm not sure.
And you can actually divide that in a DAW too. Like make sure that you mix like that. Well, of course, also if you have the separate instruments, but even when you're mastering, like doing stuff to the low part of the mix as opposed to the higher parts. Yeah, I'm always impressed by Alex's super tight like synth and guitar sound. It's a very unique sound, which I really like. I feel I was kind of missing his vocals this time because I feel that is also has become such an integral, such an important part of Alex's work. And I was missing that a little bit here. So I hope it comes back for a future track. But very,
Alex is a really good singer.
yeah, with a very unique style. And that is a very cool thing to have as a musician.
I remember the first time Alex brought a track in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's no one else like Alex. So great job.
That's for sure.
Great job being unique. If you're saying drums are tricky for you because you use your own samples, I think that's the good reason for it to be tricky for you, because I think your drum sounds are really great. And yeah, just keep doing what you do. You'll figure it out. God bless.
Absolutely. Have you guys used randomization much? Have you rolled dice for your music?
I think we were being kind of random when we fell in love. I was like, what's something we should do today?
Is that a musical act?
It's random.
It is when we do it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. When we fall in love, we're like, there's what is it? For me, it's dick, balls, and butt, and so it's like we have a three-sided pyramid, impossible shape. Three-sided. Is it possible to have a three-sided thing be three-dimensional? No. Damn. It never happened. We never fell in love.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Turns out,
but, you can guess where I was headed.
Exposed during this stream.
I have a joke.
I guess, yeah, with curvature it would work, right? If there are three curved sides.
I can't even imagine it. But this is an important new joke. What do necrophiliacs and high school students from the 1950s after prom have in common? They like a car kiss. They like a carcass.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's
Beautiful.
a bit of a. I'm impressed. Always impressed when people are multilingual, because it's something we don't have as much here. But it's even more impressive when a joke that's built on like a pun or like a double meaning thing, when people understand that in their second language. I'm just like, wow, you really are good at this. But it didn't make you laugh, but you did get it. So
I'm sorry, Ben.
let's give a hand to Hugo for understanding English.
Good job.
Oh man.
Little Jimmy says, why don't you mention the tempo waves in the song? But I'm not sure what Jimmy means by that. The tempo waves in the song. How it speeds up and slows down.
Oh, I liked that.
That was cool.
I'll mention that.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's getting a little freaked out at stuff.
Our doggy's just
Barking.
living his best life, getting worried.
He's getting worried.
Oh yeah, so carcass. Yeah, so Witch King, another, like, if English is your second language, my jokes aren't really that good a lot of the time. But now you get it.
You've explained here.
My carcass joke.
Yeah, nice.
When a nun dies and goes to heaven, is she none of the above?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're on a roll.
Yeah, well, it's dice day.
You're on the dice roll.
Did you learn what the dice rolls were for in Alex's?
I think time signatures.
Cool.
but
That's
I'm not
nice.
100% sure. But I vaguely
Or
remember
memes.
Alex sharing a picture in his DAW of his DAW with a lot of time signatures. So I think it was time signature.
Cool.
I want my baby back ribs from Chili's. Thank you for Chili's. Sponsor.
We have a song from Mams.
Cool. Mams is watching
Well,
on the TV.
it's that time of the month again.
What time?
The time where we all gather to make some music for the song challenge by the Holy Trinity of Music.
Music.
With Doctor Who.
What is music?
Let's not waste our time right now. We have to do the challenge.
Oh, okay. Well, what is the challenge for this month?
Write a song in which you use randomization for at least one element of your piece.
Oh, that seems pretty random.
Yeah, right? It's gonna be fun.
Fun? How? That's so random.
Yeah, pretty random.
Very random.
Definitely random.
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 This is random.
This is random.
Yes, this is random.
Yes, but what is music?
What is music?
Oh, there we go again.
What is it?
Like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony?
Ah, okay, like Stravinsky's Rite of Springs?
Like Miles' Kind of Blue?
Like Coltrane's Own?
Like Sabbath's Paranoid?
Ah, like Napalm Death's You Suffer But Why?
Like Lennon's Imagine?
Like Ono's No Bed for Beatles, John?
Like Bowie's Heroes?
Like Bowie's Please Mr. Gravedigger?
Like Eno's Music for Airports?
Like Merzbau's Pulse Demon?
Like John Cage's Music for Changes?
Like John Cage's Water Walk?
John Cage was really challenging the idea of what music is.
I think we can end the song here.
Yeah, let's end it here.
Yes.
All
right.
That's awesome.
I'll take that. I'll take one of those, please. That's a good one.
Good performance
That
on
was-
the dice rolls.
Yeah.
What was the? Yeah. What did they? What was random?
I'm not sure.
It
Guess
was
everything.
really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like how I picture them they're both in the bathroom in different stalls. That's what it sounds
Yeah, you're like sitting in the middle and one is on this side and the other is on that
Yeah,
side.
Especially with how echoey it was. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's very good. I like the acting. I wonder if they just recorded their lines or if they recorded them together because the timing was really good and the
Mm.
responding to each other tone wise. It did feel like they were actually talking to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I could see two people on Zoom with headphones and microphones, you know?
That would be random.
Yeah.
So random.
Who even
That's
does
funny.
that? Like,
It was funny when they said that.
Yeah, I liked that when they
Mm.
said that.
they said
Trying
the
to give you
thing.
that the best feedback we can. I like that when he said that. That's what I'm like today. I'm like, the
It's good
cool
when they did
parts
the
were
thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The cool parts were awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
The bird was
Hyper
kind of
Dissa
random
said,
though, I feel.
Incredible.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
that's
maybe that's
true.
what the random
That
part
was that was random.
They did it separately, according to Scully.
Okay.
They did a good job acting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or good
Yeah.
editing to like get the timing so good.
Yeah.
I was just yelling at his TV.
I wonder what would it be what it would be like if you did that piece with Vocaloid, and that was like how you cover it. You cover it with the robot voices. If that would totally destroy the reason it's good, because
Mm.
I feel like it's not just the words; it's like the character, the personality,
Yeah.
the way they are.
Yeah, the vibe around it.
Yeah.
For Sure.
We like the way you are.
You could try making a Sweetie Cutie and covering it that way.
Yeah, do a cover for Sweetie Cutie. We like the way you are.
Random. We have a track from Doctor Whom right after it. And that is
perfect.
called Grady and the Assassin.
In the web of his left thumb, the Pachuco cross, and the 5 marks. Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right.
Wow.
That was intense.
Oh yeah.
That was a wild ride.
Oh, yeah. Very
Once again,
beautifully
really good
haunted.
acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good voice acting when reading the spoken word thing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary and then such a scary sound. That could fit into one of my scary podcasts that I listen to, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool amount of spoken word too. Just such a short line.
Yeah. Very ominous.
Yeah, it made me wonder what the randomization like parameters were, because
I
like
bet it was the chords.
there were the chords, there's like the melody that felt like it could have been randomized. There's like the amount of things happening at once, or
Yeah.
like the amount of things in the whole piece. And it was really interesting how it was very like channel changey vibe. Like each section was kind of in its own world.
Yeah.
And it felt like now this thing is happening.
Yeah, I
That's
wondered if it
has
had to
nothing
do with like,
do.
sorry, the duration of each moment or something, but I'm
Yeah.
really not sure. Since we had such a long like piano section that was just the chord repeating over and over. Like maybe that was a dice roll. I don't know. But it was cool. And I feel like that very like drawn out piano thing made the end stand out so much too. Like it added a lot of suspense to what would eventually come. So that was a really cool way to approach that.
Totally.
Yeah.
I have a critique.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
It's not a critique. It's a what I would do if you were coming to me, you were like a composition student and my job was to like expand your horizons and shit. I would say check out this album called Nekuja by Marina Herlop. I'll send the link to Hugo. This album teaches a lesson in how to do the kind of stuff that was another way. I feel it's a very Doctor Whom, the first album. The thing that I would like you to focus on is it's just what I say every time I talk about 808s or impactful low end stuff. I feel that I've often said to Dr. Hume, you should try 808s. I feel like 808s would be cool. What I really am trying to get is low end punch to happen. This one had good low end. Like I love when the low end comes in with the vocals. It's deep. It's great. Just check out Nekuja by Marina Herlop. Listen to that. Just a few tracks and you'll understand why I think you'll understand why I suggested it. You are related. There's connection between what that is and what you do, and I love both of your art, but I think this Marina Herlop album is like really new, cool, patient take on some like on creating impact and big stabs, basically. The album also is extremely well mixed. It's just a beautiful album. I love it.
Cool. I'll have to check it out. It sounds interesting. I'm not familiar.
Super good. Turn it on. Turn off all the sound settings in Magic and turn that on while you're kicking ass, ranking up.
I thought we deleted Magic, Ben.
I did. I'm just saying for you.
But I'm next. It has to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's true. We can't have those kinds of toys.
We cannot have good things.
Hugo got so good at Magic.
No.
He got so good so fast. Yeah, I'm very
Ben
impressed.
too.
Yeah, for sure.
We're both just
you kicked my ass like
it.
nonstop.
Well, it depends what strategy you're running. If you do the red aggro deck against my deck, I don't have a lot of answers for that except good luck.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well.
Yeah.
We have two more songs. But if you want to listen to the whole dang thing, you gotta be there on Friday in the Discord. Link is in the description. It'll be fun. Sumika's hosting it. It's fucking awesome. Just go check it out. But we have a song from Hyper Thistle next, and that's called My Old Chaos.
Nice.
So what's in my soul now? Speak to me, don't be angry. Though I've shut you out, playing with my chemistry, cosmic activity. Don't fail me now. Give to me the sorcery to lure my psyche out. I cannot get used to speaking without your voice. I don't know what to say. design. Give me my old chaos, let it ruin my life. Scatter my thoughts and disorder my mind. 'Cause I cannot get used to speaking without your voice. I don't know what to say without you guiding my words. I cannot get used to speaking without your voice. I don't know what to say without you guiding my words.
Yay!
That was beautiful. Very, very narrative driven with beautiful ethereal sounds. I really liked it. That was
Yeah,
cool.
I'm so impressed with the mids on this one.
Mm.
It's very hard to get stuff like the plucky synth that was on the left that's like blub, 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 like bubbly. So hard to get stuff like that to sound like that without it getting in the way of the vocals or anything. And yeah, it's just really, really nice balance. Really great mix. Wonderful vocal tone and performance. I like the way you're changing your vowel shapes when you get up, jump that octave. That is a really good like timbral thing you're doing.
I say put it out. I'll listen to it all the time.
There you go.
It's so good. I really, the lyrics about the chaos and then the chaos sound was like
Yeah, that was cool.
particularly impactful, and
Yeah.
like I related very much to this. Yeah, just really, really enjoyed it.
I like the low end too. I guess that's my new thing today is talking about
The low end.
the low end, the mids. I just think most of the time everybody's doing such a great job writing songs that like the gap for all of us is just like getting other people's ears on our mixes. It's really helpful. So it's good to know when other people are hearing it as good, because sometimes we think our things are bad when they're good, and it's also good to hear when other people think something isn't as good as it could be yet. But anything with a mix can be improved, sometimes with very little adjustments. So I hope it's encouraging for everyone to hear mixing feedback, because it's all stuff that can be done, and you get good songs. This song, I don't have any critiques for the mix or really anything. I just thought this is what a fully cooked tomato. I don't know. This one sounds like like bubbles. It's like
Very
what's
bubbly.
got bubbles?
Bubble bath.
It's great, fully cooked bubble bath.
Yeah.
There you go. Hyper Thistle says, I thought this sucked for almost 2 weeks. So
And
was that while you were working on it? You thought it sucked? Like 2 weeks of working on it? And we'll find out in about half an hour.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a suggestion for
There you
next one.
go.
Oh,
That's why there's 3 of us.
no, she replied, yes. Yes. While trying
Yeah,
to
well,
balance EQ.
you did it. You got a great EQ result at the end of the day. So
Yeah. I
well
like
done.
removing frequencies rather than adding them. That's really good, because EQ is confusing. It's just like, what are you supposed to dang do with all these buttons?
I'm surprised that's what you did, because there was such nice high end on the vocals. Usually I have to, my straight up like mic input isn't enough. Good job.
Yeah, for a next song, a next thing you could try. I wonder what would happen if you took more like dramatic contrasting turns in your song. If you had a very different A section from your B section. Because I feel like you usually have a very like flowy, dreamy world that you're creating. But what if you actually like disrupted that and put a totally different vibe there? I think that'd be interesting for you.
That's a wonderful suggestion.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, I
Really
feel
wanted
like,
to do that? You should do it. Absolutely.
Hyper Thistle Alex Artificial crossover would be interesting because
Oh yeah.
they're really different from each other, but they're also kind of I think cut from the same cloth in that they have unique production styles that are electronic, and they're both like really interesting singers. Pretty much very different in any other way, timbrally, sonically, but still, that would be an interesting collab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Requested.
Seconded.
Requested.
Make it happen.
Oh yeah, it's already happened.
Dang it.
Well,
That
maybe
makes
that's
sense.
maybe
That's
that's why I
cool.
thought of it. I can't remember anything today. I balked all night. Why didn't you drink this yet?
I'm just working on it. You can have some.
Stolen by Ben. We have one more song. One more song from our beloved Scully and Emma.
Ooh.
They did a collab,
Oh, nice.
and it is called "Assemble Me."
That's a nice name.
Assemble me at the extraterrestrial assembly. Put my frequencies together like a masterpiece. My side empire with a fight inspired the standard of life for a ministry of strife. Assemble me.
Wake up, you got something to do. Get out, they waiting there for you.
The reception's breaking down. Lost my concept of
Hey.
Wow, so cool to
Wow.
end it that way. That was a great ending.
The timing with your camera like dropping out.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful.
It was actually a very cool idea for a music video. Have that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Love the very tight robotic rhythms there's going on in here. Cool storytelling. Nice switch between Emma and Scully's vocals
Yeah, that
and
was
sections.
Definitely.
I love how different they made their voices from each other, like in just the roles.
Yeah.
It's really cool because I could imagine both of them doing both.
Mm.
That was really nice. So,
So I've talked with Scully in a session about this song a couple days ago. So I want to sound like a broken record, so maybe you can go first.
okay, sure.
And then I'll be a broken record and give advice that other people might find useful.
So one thing I've been thinking about this week is the very first second of a track. If you just press play, like you go through title or whatever, and you click on tracks you like, what does the very first second feel like, and is it compelling? Like, is the very first second drawing you in? And of course, if it's like a quiet, like ambient beginning, but like the first entrance. And this song had a really good first thing, like that stuttery chord progression that this is all built on, and the way it develops is really creative, and the chords themselves are just really good. And I love the opening up of them that happens, and the way it just never gets boring. It's just a really great compositional sound ear candy thing. And I love how the vocals are first introduced without any of that, and then eventually they get some of the stutteriness too. Really nice sense of it, like the core idea of the song kind of like spreading out. And I was thinking, try doubling the more rhythmic, like spoken vocals, Emma's vocals. Try doubling those a few times, and just include the doubles on certain words. So if the sentence is like, my mom is my favorite friend. My mom is my favorite friend. My mom is my favorite friend. And you can get from the good stuff happens when you experiment with that. You might like it. Another thing is you could tuck those vocals back a little bit. I think the main stuttery thing in the drums it's just a levels thing. I don't think you need to do EQ, compression, or anything. You just tuck the vocals down a little bit so that there's more impact from the stuttery and the kick while the spoken vocals happening. And I love the beautiful ambient chords. Both of the vocal performances are really good. Felt very emotionally resonant and real. And that's all I wrote.
Cool. I feel like the Emma's vocals could have been, I really liked how they are and how it works with the chopped up realm that it's in. I just feel like they could have been chopped up a tiny bit more as well, so they kind of blend in with that roboticness of it. So you kind of accentuate that by also having that effect happen to Emma's voice, really.
I felt like it like walked the line of like uncanniness, robotness. Like I felt like in moments I was like, this is very robotic, and then in moments I was like, that was very human. And I feel like I liked that. Like if you didn't know anything about this and just heard it, you wouldn't be like totally sure either way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I like that it's kind of straddles that line. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, it was really cool. I feel like the beat and the synths and that going throughout were very like 90s, like this very specific feeling. And it's like something I haven't heard a lot. I think it has a lot to do with the drums and the timbre, and like then also the Emma voice like coming in, and it feels like kind of like 90s future, also like city kind of energy. Like in a movie it would be like a city scene and not a rural scene.
Blade Runner.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of Blade Runner, but like more like distinctly 90s, I would say, than Blade Runner. It's just like future. But yeah, I
see that.
I really enjoyed that. It was really cool. I liked the vast differences between the sections, and that felt like like this would be a fun thing to make a music video for, because I feel like you could really like match these like different energies with things pretty easily, and it would just like feel right to be like the whole video is like this, and then we go to like this other completely different place.
Yeah, Shkoli is saying, I must admit, after 3 days working on it, I just wanted to be done with it. So I definitely didn't spend as much time on the vocal processing as I could have. And I would recommend everybody do this, where when you get to the mixing phase, don't mix for more than 15 minutes or 20 minutes at a time.
Like Pomodoro timer style.
Sure. Yeah, it's like
take a 5-minute break.
I would take, it's like way more frequently than you'd think. But like, yeah, 20 minutes, stop for a bit.
That's so hard to actually do.
Most people are wanting to do 40 minutes or an hour or something.
Or
but
at
I'm
least like you just like sit there until it's done, kind of, you know.
Yeah, but the thinking of keeping it so short is because by the time you get to mixing, your music is definitely like you've heard it too many times to like it. So yeah. So like hyperdistal, spending hours day after day and getting a headache. I mean, yeah, you'll get the results, but I feel like maybe you'll get the results faster with the 15 minutes thing, and you'll definitely like your song more when it's done. I don't mix my own music, even though I could. I've mixed things well before. I've also got albums that I mixed that I didn't mix well, and I found that when I mix something well, I don't like it anymore.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you know why?
I think it's because
just the amount of time
by the
spent,
time I've tracked it, written it, tracked it, and then doing the true, like getting mixed notes, giving all that space, it's very hard. So I think developing a like time limit on your mixing, trying not to like hear a section over and over and over and over again, just anything you can do to make it so you're not just like getting the diminishing returns thing of over mixing is helpful for enjoying it at the end. I always like my Sweetie Cuties and stuff because I mix them so fast, but they're mixed for phone. I mix them for phone. Very low bar there. It's like it's a much different thing.
Very different process
here. Yeah.
I have some advice for the vocal performance also. Something we help people with at choir, if there's like a particularly high note that scares people, there's a tendency to slide into those notes. And something interesting happens when you do that because typically your larynx raises when you slide into a note. And so you kind of choke off the sound. So instead, what you could try, it's mostly a mental thing, is to not think of it as like being a high note and like reaching for that high note, but attacking it from just above, if that makes sense.
Wow.
So if you have, I don't remember the phrase exactly, something like, wake up, instead of wake up, that kind of thing. It's a subtle mindset shift, but it helps a lot when you're like trying to hit those notes that maybe are a bit out of your comfort zone.
Wake up. Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, it really feels different.
Yeah.
Wake up. Wake up. Wow, I really love that trick.
What's the trick? Sorry.
Instead of when you have a high note, kind of scooping into it, you aim above and down.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's in my head. Like I know it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean,
I heard another one that's really interesting, which is you to make your voice have like the same, like I guess like closer to the same like amount of like power in different parts of your range. You say ga, like ga, and you like be really careful and make sure it's not turning into a ka.
Yeah.
And so you go like ga 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 ga, and it's like if it's really like easy to turn it into a ka and have it be like ka ka ka, and like not as much. That's like a good tip.
Less connected or something.
The internet. Yeah, it just it like allows you to like be in the part of your voice that is like backed up by your diaphragm and not just like airy when you want it.
That's a good one. I didn't know
oh
that
my
one.
God. I like to imagine the people at home trying this out now.
Yeah. But yeah, so some cool vocal tips to end on. Try it out. I think you'll find those notes will feel like very different when you're actually doing your takes. I am trying the tips as Hyperthistle. Nice.
Nice.
Awesome. So that was song number 6. But we have
Hell
more.
yeah.
There is more.
There's more.
And you can listen to it on Friday in the Discord with Sumika and the entire gang. You should go do it. It'll be great. It'll be fun. And we're going to post a new song challenge really soon. So look out for that. It'll be in the Discord as well. Thank you all so much for making these songs. They were very cool as well.
You're my new best friends.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I have enough friends, so.
Maybe not Jessica, but Ben is here for you.
I'm less popular. Well, not on the internet, though. I got all kinds of people saying they hate this, they hate this, they hate this.
Oh, I wish people would hate my stuff.
Last night at the Bach thing, I was like, hi, my name's Ben Levin. I wrote a famous song about a diaper.
Did you really?
No.
Oh.
I don't want to brag.
I made everyone chant Bach, Bach, Bach.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I did do that.
Oh,
And
nice.
People liked it. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you all. We'll see you real soon. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Woohoo.